brilliant in terms of grasping of the musical attitude and ideas of the main artist and being able to bolster that. The reason why he was such a sought after accompanist, two reasons. One was that his suswara was always a big support to the main artist. Inge me Edanjala vaski matar. And on the swarat, it will be like a second tanpura, you know. To your left, you have one tanpura playing the raga. And the mari or stuti ki pakka balama irukkaradu. Very important. That is why even the very creative artists like GNB and Kalyan Raman, etc., preferred him. And people may think that his essential, elegant, simple style was not due to his inadequacy or not able to play, because he has played with musicians of all kinds, responded to all kinds of challenges in terms of tala, raga, speed, everything, virtuosity, everything he has responded brilliantly in his. So you have to go and listen to his accompaniment. His real brilliance you will find there. His solo playing is just a representation of his own thinking of what he prefers to do, not necessarily the entire palette of what he can do. Many of these great musicians, especially violinists, you find them shining so brilliantly as accompanists too. So please go and listen to some of his accompaniment for Aryakudi sir, GN sir, of course Semmangudi Mama, so many concerts. You will see how the violin is contributing to the absolute and the kala kattaradu solvalya, the ambience that, without that ambience, the main performer will be totally lost. We sometimes tend to undervalue the role of the accompanist in a concert, but if the accompanists are not up to mark, however brilliant singer you are, it's not going to rise up to great levels. The sound that they give, the support that they give, the kind of filling in the blanks that they do, very critical. And TNK sir is a prime example of an ideal accompanist, according to me, because he will not overshadow, he will not play anything more than what the main artist has played. So it's not a rivalry. So many beautiful aspects of his personality. Like I said, he was a very secure musician. He never wanted to prove anything to anybody. It's very important. For an artist, artists are always seeking for others to appreciate and validate their music. Whereas TNK sir was, by God's grace, very free from that. He was never trying to prove a point to anybody. This is what I believe in, this is what I am presenting. You listen if you would like to, that's all. The matter ended there. Now we shall listen to the Sindhu Bhairavi. And here you see a facet of this great musician as to how also Sindhu Bhairavi can become a big raga. Not essentially, so he converts a tukda raga, a typically tukda raga, into something where he is able to, he plays a very long alapana. And an alapana in different kala pramanas. This is probably the last item of the concert, but still he is in a relaxed form. He feels, I have to play Sindhu Bhairavi for a long time. He is not too concerned about the fact that this is the section where everything has to be short. No, decides to play a leisurely alapana. And some of the things that he plays in this alapana are very precious. Some of his prayogas in Sindhu Bhairavi are so beautiful, they are archaic and dealt with in a very beautiful medium tempo and fast tempo kind of a setting.